welcome to my practice today. It's going to be a quick flow focusing on some high intensity interval training. So we're going to be using yoga to go through some postures and using downward dog or child just to calm down our heart rate as we work through this quite quick, intense, heart boosting practice today. So without further ado, we'll move to start on our mat. I invite you to find a comfortable standing position this time, grounding down through all four corners of your feet, hands spread wide, shoulders away from the ears. Just taking a moment to settle, and as we settle here, I'd like to remind anybody working with any injuries today to maybe consult a GP before you go any further with this practice. And if you are pregnant, this is probably not suitable for you in your first trimester. If you are doing it in your second, please modify, because it can be quite intense with some of the postures, and there are a twist or two here that isn't good for any trimester. So with that in mind, we will make a start. All four corners of your feet ground down, your toes spread apart, shoulders away from the ears, palms shining forwards towards the top of the mat. Breathing here, arriving, settling. I invite you to set an intention if you'd like to before we start the practice, maybe just to be present, or to say at any point when this gets stressful, I'm okay, it'll be over soon. So as we take our breaths, we're going to be moving with inhales and exhales. On this first inhale, sweeping your arms up towards the sky, pausing here, ensuring your shoulders are away from your ears, taking your left wrist with your right arm, and exhaling slowly over towards the right, really pushing all four corners of your left foot into the mat, feeling that stretch all the way down the left oblique. Inhaling up, exhale, grabbing that right wrist with the left arm and tipping over towards the left. Let's do that 2 more times on each side. So inhaling up, exhale, bend, inhaling up, exhale, bend to the other side. 1 more time. So inhaling up, exhale, bend, inhaling up, exhale, bend. We're going straight into the practice today, so if you do feel stiff, maybe just taking a couple of shoulder rolls, hip rolls, and if this is not suitable for you, if you're not feeling warm enough, maybe pausing here, just doing a couple of walk up and down your living room, anything to get your muscles warm. You're ready on your next inhale up, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through prayer, down, forward fold, hands on your shins or on the mat. Nice straight back here, length all the way along that spine, abs engaged, focusing on your weight being equally distributed through all four corners of your feet, not just back in your heels, because you'll notice that your hips come too far back here. You almost want to try and create that sensation of your hips being over your heels. Taking both elbows with the opposite hands and swinging back and forth in your ragdoll. Allowing a moment of calm again here. With high intensity training, we build the heart rate up and we let it fall back down again. So we'll be using childs and downward dog to create that calming moment as we progress through. Hands to the mat or shins, inhale, look up. Exhale, walk back into downward facing dog. Checking your alignment here. Your legs can be straight or bent, it doesn't matter, as long as we're creating a sensation of compression of your stomach against your thighs. Palms spread far apart, all fingertips wide. You should be able to see the corners of your mat through your fingers. Arms nice and straight, shoulders away from the ears between the biceps, glutes, abs, everything engaged here. Pushing back with your hips as well. Pausing, finding that moment of stillness before we move into the first round of training. So from here, we're going to inhale, right foot towards the sky. Exhale, bringing your knee towards your nose, shoulders over wrists. 4 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Really, really push that knee in and round your spine up, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Inhale up, exhale, knee to nose. Let's do 1 more time for luck. Inhale up, exhale, knee to nose, right foot back to the mat. Pause here, settle your breath. Other side, so inhale, left leg towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, really pushing down through those palms. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. 3 more times, guys. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Lovely. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 more time with your breath. Left foot finds the mat, ground down here. If you need to at any point come to all fours, take child's pose instead of downward facing dog. Just use that as your moment of rest. For me, just tucking my t-shirt into my trousers as we push ourselves back into downward facing dog and breathe here. Try to imagine an inhaling for count of 3 or 4, exhale for the same if not longer. This time inhale, right leg towards the sky, exhale, right knee to right elbow, right wrist, inhale, go across to left wrist, left elbow, right leg back towards the sky. So we're drawing a square with our knee. 2 more times here. Right knee, right elbow, right wrist, left elbow, right foot back towards the sky. 1 more time, you've got this. Right elbow, right wrist, left elbow, right leg towards the sky, right foot to the mat, downward dog. Pause here, catch your breath. Left leg towards the sky, left knee, left elbow, left wrist, right elbow, drawing that square before your left foot comes back up towards the ceiling. And again, left elbow, left wrist, right elbow. Inhale, leg up towards the sky, nice straight back, shoulders away from the ears. 1 more time. Right leg towards the sky, left foot towards the sky, left foot to mat, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Again, if you need to, pause, take child's pose, catch your breath. Let your heart rate settle. Beautiful. Okay, well done, guys. Let's push back, downward facing dog. Hold it here as we undulate our spine, curving forward so shoulders come over the wrists, finding plank pose here, not too saggy, not too upright. Trying to create a straight line as we hold our plank for 3 breaths. You've got this a little while longer. Inhale, push back to plank, downward facing dog. 1 more time, inhaling forwards to plank, pausing here. Beautiful. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Let's go 1 more time. Inhaling forwards, rippling that spine, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose for a minute whilst we catch our breath and let our heart rate settle. You should feel your heart really beating a bit faster now. Body feeling nice and warm, ready to move on further. As we push back into downward facing dog, our right knee finds the mat, our right foot pivots out, left foot turns to face the short edge of the mat. Left hand peels up as we take side plank here. So our right hand and our right knee are on the mat. Full corners of the left foot on the mat too. T shape with the arms, feeling that stretch all the way along the left oblique. Breathing here. With our exhale, left hand finds the mat, right knee and right foot spin back out again, pushing yourself back into downward facing dog for a breath. Inhale, left knee comes towards the mat, left foot pivots out, right foot flat on the mat, right hand peels up towards the sky, side plank on the other side. Spine nice and long, hip over knee. Nice straight line here from the foot to the head. Breathe here. Inhale, right hand and left hand both on the mat again. Left foot untucks, downward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. If you can and you've got it in your practice, use this downward dog to slow your heart rate down, your moment of pause. If not, child's pose is fine. Breathing here. And when you're ready, Inhale, right foot towards the sky, bringing right knee towards nose. Pause here before you plant that right foot in between the space in your hands. Bringing your hands to your knee gently and peeling up as you find yourself in a high lunge. Back leg nice and straight if you can, if not bent is fine. Right knee over right ankle. Use this minute to adjust anything that you need to. We inhale, sweeping our hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to hips. We're going to bend that left knee and straighten it 5 times. Taking some lunges here. 2, 3, 4, 5. On that 5th one, pausing here, making sure your spine's nice and straight, your pelvis is tucked, back long, shoulders away from the ears. Feeling that heat in both your thighs. As we inhale, reach up, both legs straight, let it go. Framing right foot, let's step back into downward dog and pause here. Slowing our heart rate down. Inhale, left foot towards the sky, left knee towards nose, pause here. Left foot finds that space in between the hands, hands to knees, push up, high lunge. Feeling that back glute really engaged here, spine nice and long, belly button drawing back towards the spine. Finding your balance. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hand on hip, let's take 5 lunges. 1, 2, 3. Trying to make sure that front knee's over the ankle. I struggle a little bit on this side, but don't let me put you off. And when you're ready, inhaling up, straight legs, hold it. Framing left foot, let's step back, downward facing dog. Feeling that warmth now flowing through the body. But in our moment of stillness, I invite you to take child's pose if you need to. If not, stay in your downward facing dog for 1 more breath. And this time we're going to walk our feet towards the top of the mat slowly, finding that ragdoll pose that we had at the beginning. So grabbing both elbows, shoulders relaxed, vertebrae relaxing, swinging back and forth. Finding a moment of stillness before you inhale, raise all the way up towards the sky. Fingertips towards the ceiling, all 10 fingers. Exhale, releasing Tadasana, mountain pose. Going to do 2 sun salutations here, so follow me. Each movement with breath. So inhaling, sweeping our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through prayer, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, push there to get a nice long straight back. Exhale, forward fold, step back into plank. Take chaturanga if you have it. If not, follow me with knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, back bend of choice, cobra or upward facing dog. Push back through your feet, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Really pushing down through your hands, your shoulders peeling away from your ears. Doesn't matter if your legs are straight, really looking for a lovely long spine. Imagining your spine's an extension from your fingers all the way to the hips. Breathing here. Inhale, step, fly, float to the top of the mat. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, prayer pose or Tadasana. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we forward fold, hands to the floor, shins. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. I'll take chaturanga this time so you can see it. We're pushing forwards, elbows over wrists. Inhale, rolling over the toes, back bend, look up, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Pushing through your knuckles of your hands here. Trying to get straight legs, but if not, again that compression with your belly against your thighs. This compression will come in really handy for arm balances and handstands if you practice this one. And when you're ready, step, fly, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through prayer, Tadasana. Let's use this Tadasana as a moment to settle our heart rate again. We're doing really well, guys, over halfway through now. I myself am out of breath, but my body's feeling warm and flexible now, which is great. Okay, we're going to move to Sun Salutation B, Sri Namaskar B. So with this one, we're going to inhale, sweeping our arms up, pushing our hips back, trying to act like we're sat in an imaginary chair here, really making sure our back's not bananaed, but in a nice straight line. Hips pushing back. You should be able to see your toes over your knees. And inhale, reach forward with those hands, push back with those hips. And sweep our hands back into skier's pose. So your chest and your belly along your thighs. All 10 fingertips pointing towards the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms back up into that chair pose. Exhale, push back skiers. Really feeling this in our thighs now. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, skier's pose. Let's come back into that forward fold, that ragdoll, just to let any tension away from our thighs. Gathering our breath. I'll step back onto my mat now. Lovely. Okay, inhale, up to that chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale, push forward to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeping the right leg towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, plant right foot in between your hands, pivot left foot 45 degrees. Sweep the arms all the way up, warrior two. Inhale, left hand finds left thigh, right hand above you, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right elbow to right knee, stretch that left leg, left arm all the way away from your left foot, diagonal line, side angle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. One more time. And on this exhale, framing right foot, step back, hold your plank for a breath. You can pause here, or you can take your vinyasa, your knees, chest, chin, even child's pose, or hold plank. It's your practice, so do whatever feels comfortable. And when you're ready, meet me back in downward facing dog. We'll do that on the other side. I'm just going to turn around so it's easier for you to see, but we'll be doing this on the left side. Nice long straight back, guys, as you inhale your left leg towards the sky. Bring your knee to nose. Your hand and feet meet at the top of the mat. Windmill your arms up on inhale, warrior two. Lovely. Okay, inhale, let's reach that right hand down towards the right thigh. Left hand above you. Inhale, warrior two. Sweep that arm above you. Inhale, back to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle pose here. Nice straight line, diagonal line of energy from that foot to the fingertips. Keep stumbling over my words today, sorry. Inhale, warrior two. One more time with the breath. And then when you're ready on that inhale, framing your left foot at the top of the mat, stepping back. This time everybody meet me in plank and we'll hold it for 3 breaths. You've got this. Let's push back into downward facing dog. Holding here, settling down that heart rate. Step, fly, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping those arms. Utkatasana, chair pose here. Nice long straight back. Check you can see your feet, your toes over your knees. Exhale, let's sweep back into that skier's pose. One more time, inhaling up to chair, feeling that burn in our thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, nice long straight back. Exhale, let's step back. Let's come to all fours. Beautiful. I'm just coming away from the mat so you can see me a bit better here. So we're in our cat-cow position, toes untucked. Just wiggle the hips out, just finding some release in your back. We're going to reach our left hand and our right foot out at the same time, and then bringing left elbow to meet right knee. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. 2 more. 1 more. Meet me in all fours, tabletop. Let's do that on the other side. Right hand reaches out, left foot, all 4 corners of that feet pointing to the back of the mat. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, curl. 1 more time. And curl up. And meet me back in tabletop. Wiggling those hips as drawing an infinity sign or a figure 8 or anything, just letting some tension in those hips go now after all that hard work. We're nearly there. Crossing your feet, rolling over at the back of the mat, rolling all the way over to a seated position, tips of the toes on the mat here, grabbing behind your thighs. If you can, just walk your toes back. Fine to hold it here if your back stays straight. If you can go further, take your toes away from the mat. As long as your back is straight and you've got that compression of your thighs and your belly. If you can go further, take your hands away as we find boat pose, Navasana. Crown of the head pointing towards the sky, back as long and straight as possible. Holding here for a breath. And when you're ready, crossing the legs, breathing out. Lovely. Okay, now let's just walk our hips towards the back of the mat. Legs out nice and straight, rolling all the way down onto the mat and making sure all your spine is supported. Bending your knees. Just going to do 10 yoga bicycles here, so like a bicycle crunch, but really making sure that you can't get anything under that lower back. It should be stuck to the mat here, and we'll alternate by bringing our right elbow to left knee without that back peeling away from the mat. And then on the next inhale, left leg straight, right leg bends left, elbow finds right knee. So that's 2, let's keep going, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keeping that back glued to the mat, 9, 10, and let go. Peace fingers around your big toes as you find happy baby. And there we go, settling down. Letting our heart rate slow down now, guys. Beautiful. Okay, bring both soles of your feet together if you can. Finding yourself in reclined bound angle, reclined butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Hand on heart, hand on belly, feeling that breath. All 4 corners of your ribs expanding and contracting. Reminding yourself of that intention that you set at the beginning of the practice, or if it was the one I offered you. Take a breath and just think, I'm okay, I did it. As your heartbeat begins to settle down now, I invite you to either stay here, to bend your legs. If you need to go a bit further, maybe even take a little bridge, whatever suits you. Or pausing here, doing a few more yoga poses before we wind down. But if that's enough for you today, find yourself fully supported by the mat in Shavasana, corpse pose. Body out nice and long. Taking a really deep breath. And a really long exhale, sighing it out even with your tongue open, lion's breath. 2 more times. We do a quick body scan, breathing all the way in from our toes, our knees, our hips, our chest. All the way out, making sure any tension goes with that exhale. 2 more times. I invite you to stay here as long as possible. Shavasana is a really important pose, especially after all that hard work that you've done today. But if you are running short on time, stay here for a couple more breaths with your eyes closed. I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you for joining me today. More videos to come. Please like or subscribe to my channel. I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana, and I hope that you have a lovely day or evening or week.